Here we go. I'm going to minimize chat so you can play along. So I am 2184 now. That's my all-time high. So if I get this one right, it'll be another all-time high. My goal is obviously now to hit 2200. That would be kind of a nice little milestone to hit. It's just tactics, so it's not like very meaningful at all because there's no timer involved, but they can get pretty difficult. So 2200 would be pretty nice to hit on tactic, even if it's just a tactics rating. I would be pretty satisfied hitting 2200. Okay, so we are black. White just played bishop c1, so black to move. So we have a knight for a bishop, and it's equal material, but we have double pawns. Okay, so White's knight is under attack, but so is ours. Okay, this is probably going to be a lot of tricky stuff with the knights. Is probably going to be this puzzle. So I'm not looking forward to it. Looks like this could be really annoying. So our knight is currently defended. Well, how about we just attack his knight with our king? So simply king f7. What's wrong with that? So the only escape route I see is here. Or actually, I guess he could go here too, right? So, okay, but let's follow that train of thought. So if first, let's try to refute this move. Yeah, that's looking troublesome, actually. Because he's just going to hop over here. So that looks like a refutation immediately against queen f7. Because check and just hop away. So I'm pretty sure that's a refutation there. Okay. So it's not going to be a king move. Yeah, so it has to be moving one of these pieces. Oh, I'm so tired. Okay. Knight f6 is interesting. We're attacking another piece of white's while taking away the threat of rook takes knight, and we're still threatening this rook takes knight. If there's a pin here, we simply take the knight, and then it takes. So I've looked at that refutation. And if he tries to move his knight, we're just going to take his rook. So this seems to work. It seems to work. I think I'm going to play it. I'm just wondering now why moving our E knight to C3 doesn't work. So if he pins us and I take his knight, that seems to work too. I'm trying to find the refutation for knight EC3. It seems to work as well. So maybe that's the real idea of the puzzle. Why one over the other? So then it makes me wonder if moving the D knight is somehow doesn't work. But it should. They're tied at the hip. Should be fine. Yeah, so, I mean, it's got to be moving one of those knights there. It's got to be. So why one over the other? So at least I've narrowed it down to 2 moves, because I think it's got to be one or the other, because I just don't see how he defends both pieces. So if knight C3, if knight EC3, I don't really see the problem. I mean, takes. I don't see the problem here. What's the problem? I'm trying to find a refutation. I've already looked at this. I'll simply take here. And these are tied at the hip, you know. So if he takes here, I take here. Oh, I found the problem. This is wrong because there's going to be mate. No, it's not mate, sorry. But it's something. It's a check. So if I go here, yeah, he can get out of that. He can get out of that. So check. So this looks to be the refutation off my original move. And it's check again, but I don't think I'm going to do that because he's just going to lose the knight. But that's the problem. I can get checked here. So check. I have to go here, and then he can just go anywhere. I mean, he can just like escape. But then I've got this check. Oh, no, I can't because his knight's covering it. So I think that's the refutation. If I go here, the check, and then he moves knight here, and I can't do this check because his knight is covering it. Yeah, so I think I have to go this way. It's got to be knight EC3. I'm going to do it. Yeah, baby. And so here I'm just going to take. As planned. And take. Okay, I figured it out. That was only rated 1893. I almost took with the wrong knight. I figured it out. So that's a new personal best on tactics now. 2188. Only got 4 points, but hey, I'll take it. Okay, let's see what chat says here. No Draw says knight EC3, so he is correct. Norbert Noodle says knight F2. I'm not sure what he means. Knight F2. Knight F2? What? I'm not sure what he is meaning by knight F2. So I don't understand what he means there. But yeah, so anyways, that was a pretty good puzzle, although it took me a really long time to figure out. That was only 1893 puzzle. I spent a lot of time on that one. I think it should be higher rated, but what do I know? It seems harder than 1893. Yeah, so I spent a long time before I even considered a knight move here. I kind of was looking at all the other moves first. I found the refutation for this pretty quick. And then I was looking at some other ideas. I was actually looking at taking here for a while silently when I wasn't talking. That's what I was thinking about silently. I was really thinking of like this type of idea, and then I was trying to see if I could get something going, and then like here. Then I went with one of the most obvious moves. And yeah, almost went this way. It took me a long time to find the refutation. So, but if I follow it, I believe it's going to be check and then knight c5. Sorry, knight f4. So let's see if I'm correct. Yeah, or knight d4. Both work because both cover this square. That's what's important. So I'm going to upvote that one because it's actually very straightforward if you follow the logic. And those are the best puzzles. Yeah, so I like that one. Okay, I got 4 points, and I'll take it. 2188 all-time high for tactics for me. Going to minimize chat and do another one. Wow, okay. These are like my favorite when there's not much on the board. Okay, so we are white moving up the board. Black just played rook d1. What? Wow, this is crazy. Okay, lots of queening possibilities. I doubt that we want to take because I don't. It's possible. It's possible we take, but unlikely. Because, check, and he's going to check us to oblivion and then get another queen. So I highly doubt that we want to take the rook. So I'm going to ignore that for now. We could give some checks of our own, but I don't really think we want to be doing that. We could also go here and let him queen and then like take something here, but probably we want a queen first. I'd be surprised if we don't want a queen first. And I think we just have to queen right away. I don't think we can try something fancy because, it's possible, but where our king is, it's unlikely. If we queen, we're going to lose our rook, so maybe we give a check first and then we queen. That might be the whole idea here. So a lot of patience looks like it's paying off in this puzzle. Giving a check first, just saving our rook and then queening. We don't want to go here, as all previously stated. So yeah, just give a check. And it doesn't matter because it's not like we're going to queen with a check anyways. So, if he hides back here, yeah, then we queen. He queens. He can't. He can't go here. Oh, can he? This is actually really tough because there's so many queening. But I'm thinking it's got to be rook h5 and then b8 queen. Okay, just take a look at this again. So let's just say black goes like, and let's say he goes here. Well, he won't go there because I'll take with check. So, or I'll queen with check. So rook h5. Let's say he goes here, and then I queen and he queens, and check. Yeah, I think with our rook here, we might be able to mate here. Maybe not, but or else win the queen. It looks like there's a way to do it. So I'm going to play rook h5. I'd be a little surprised if it's not rook h5. Just seems to make sense, I think. Because if we queen and then he takes... I don't know. Maybe that's... Hang on. I might not check. It might just be better to queen. But then again, why not just do this and then queen? It just makes more sense to keep the rook. It just makes more sense logically, you know, because it's not like, well, he can give us a check actually. Whoops. Okay, gotta be careful here. So rook h5, we can actually get checked. Oh wait, sorry, he has to move his king. I'm stupid. So I think I will go with this. It just makes sense to keep the rook. So I'm gonna do it. Ah, minus 18. First one wrong in a long time. Okay, well, it's queening first? And then then what? I don't even know. I'm just going quickly here. Check. Is it perpetual? Are we just trying to get perpetual? No, we're gonna take these one by one. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna open up chat. So this is a tricky one. Whoops. So the puzzle started here. So the most obvious move was the right one. But I thought it just makes sense to keep the rook, you know? So what is the problem here? So king a4. It says we can draw here, but we can't win. So why not? What if we queen? What's the problem? I don't quite understand. So we can draw. We can draw. But we can win if we queen right away. So why? So if black queens, we have check. And if he goes here, there's check. And somehow we can win. Okay. What if he goes here? Oh, wow. Wait, why does this even matter? Like, why does this matter? We take the queen. Ah, that's why we got to keep the rook there. Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. We want to be taking this queen. Ah, that makes sense. Okay. I should have considered that. I didn't consider that. Yeah. So let me go back here a little bit. Whoops. Where am I? Yeah, so if he takes the here right away, I missed that. Yeah, first of all I missed this, and then yeah, either way this, it's all coming together now. It totally makes sense. Yeah. And no, I wanted to look at him. What did I want to look at? Oh yeah, at him queening. So what if he goes here? Queens with the other pawn. So there's check. Yeah, this looks the harder way to do it. This is not clear. This is a really hard puzzle. This is a really tricky one. Yeah, so again we would take the queen and whoops. And if he goes here, oh yeah, then that's going to be death. If he blocks, it's still tricky though. This is still tricky. I guess we can take with that. What if he goes like here? Oh yeah, that's so tricky. Okay, and if he so, and if he goes this way, yeah. Oh, sorry, he can't. So that's really tricky. Wow, that's kind of a good puzzle. Okay, so the key, there's a bunch of things that could be looked at here, but the key thing that I learned from this puzzle is if black queens here, all we need to do is, if we can trade queens here, so if we skewer black's king to the queen, we simply take the queen, and we're covering everything here because of our rook. So that's a very tricky puzzle, I feel, but a good one. Okay, so minus 18 points there. I have a lot of work now to do to gain those 18 points back. Okay, so minimizing chat. White played queen takes a7. It's black to move. I don't like these positions when I'm in danger. Yeah, this is going to be annoying. I'm going to have to probably move the king out at some point. I mean, this would be... We can't give any check, so that's kind of aggravating. What about defending this way? What is this threatening? Are we threatening anything like this? No. Plus he can just go check. Yeah, this is uncomfortable. So we have to choose the lesser of two evils. Rook d7, check. And move the king somewhere. I'm trying to find out where our threats lie. I guess it lies within taking here. So is this... I guess this is a problem for white. So if we take there, but he takes check, are we still good? Probably not. Because after, let's say we go here. Okay, well that is it. That's interesting, right? That's interesting. Interesting. So if he takes here, I would definitely go with the rook because we can't get checked or anything. And he's got to move the queen again. If he moves the queen, let's say here, I simply take the rook and we're winning. So this is assuming that he takes the bishop. And then, yeah, here. So if he moves the queen, yeah, if he moves anywhere, I'm just going to take the rook. So that looks interesting, right? So he can't really take the bishop. So if he goes here, check instead, I think, I mean, there's a bunch of moves that I could do. I don't want to go here because then this check loses my bishop. No, it doesn't. I could even actually go here if I needed to, and that would solve things. So it's unclear after this move. So I think white won't even do this because I think every move is okay for black there. But if I take and check, like I could even go just block with the rook if I needed to. Although I guess this is a problem. That is a problem. So we don't want to do that. That's a problem. So yeah, so if take, check, then I guess I would just move my king. I could go here, or I could just go back. And if he tries to check again, I can block here. No, it's the same issue, right? I don't want to pin myself with the rook. So if take, I guess I go here, and that seems to be the best way about it. I think that's the idea. And then, yeah, white is not saving that knight. So I think that works. I could think longer, but that's what I came up with. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I'll learn something. So taking, yeah. Oh, he actually does take. But yeah, I just go here, and I'm just gonna go here. Yeah. So, whoops. For some reason, I miscalculated this. We're still doing okay, but okay. No, yeah, because his queen's under attack. So I just simply take here. Yeah, never mind. So I just take the rook, and then I'm up the exchange. Just making sure I'm not missing anything, but that's got to be it. Yeah, so we're up the exchange. Okay, that was rated 21-22. I got 10 points for that. That helps to make up for that last one. Pretty happy with my line of thinking on that one. Norbert Noodle says queen d3 for the first move. No, queen d3 is too slow. We lose the bishop. And No Draws says queen takes g7. Yeah, so queen takes g7. Took me a little while to find it, but nothing else made sense to me because, we have no checks, and we're under attack in two different ways right now, and we can't defend both of them. So we had to counter here. Norbert Noodle says, if he takes the bishop, then you block with the rook. His queen attack and mate is threat. Mate is not threatened. There's no mate threat. Yeah, I mean, we're just down a piece. There's no mate threat at all. Yeah, so. I kind of like that puzzle, though. These puzzles are... any puzzle that where you can think logically... Well, I guess all puzzles are like that. Well, that's not true. Some puzzles are terrible. But where you can kind of think logically and to think it out, I like. And I was able to do that for this one. Okay, so I need to make back another 8 points, not 8 pants. 8 points to get back to where we were. So I need another couple wins here. So I'm going to minimize chat and do the next one. Okay, so we are black. White just played f6. And it's black to move. Both sides have the bishop pair and equal material, but black's position does not look so hot. Okay, so first thing that I see, this is weak, but we're covering it. For the time being, this is going to hurt. But the other thing I look at is this is also kind of weak. I mean, I just feel like there's two pieces. They are defended, but I see weakness here. This bishop seems very out of place. I don't know where that's going to come into effect. Wow, there's so much going on here. So much. So there's b5, but then we just lose a piece here. There's so much going on here. There's no checks or discovery checks or anything like that. This looks difficult. We could attack the queen. Something like this idea. Whoops. Like this might be useful, or even like this. Except I guess we can't do that because our queen is pinned. Our knight is pinned. Wow, what can we do? This is so... How did black let him or herself get in this position? This is terrible. I think I'm going to get this one wrong. It's atrocious to... How could you let yourself get in this position? That's just sad. I see nothing good for black. Yeah, still looking. I'm sensing some type of weakness here. Like the queen may be overloaded because... But the thing is, we're only attacking this once right now. But it almost seems like the queen is overloaded. For example, queen e5, we're attacking two pieces here. Probably the best move I've seen so far. But if white plays, if white takes the knight, I don't see how we're better. You know, we take back. And, well, his bishop would... No, yeah, we can't do bishop. So I don't see how we're better here. So if queen e5, bishop takes, pawn takes... And he just moves the knight just anywhere. Yeah, that doesn't seem to do anything. almost works. Queen e5 is almost good. You know what? The bishop really can't. This was interesting too. It doesn't quite work. I mean, he can't go here because we'll take. Although I guess he could actually go here, but he could also just take here. Well, never mind. He's got a knight on this, anyways. This looks really hard. I'm not gonna figure this one out. No way. This looks so hard. You know what? Queen a5 is interesting. We're attacking his rook. If he pushes, we can take this piece. The piece is called a bishop. Yeah, we're attacking two pieces here. I think this is the move. That's definitely the best move I've seen so far. If he takes our knight or anything, we're going to take the rook with check. And if he tries to block, we just take the bishop. Again with check. So queen a5. If he tries to block with the queen or whatever, we're just going to take the bishop. I'm going to play this. It could be another move, but this looks good. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm just going to, I think I just straight up take it. I don't think there's any need to be fancy here. So take. Just looking for some issues, but I think we should be okay. There's no checks. Yeah, I'm going to take it. Okay. That was rated 2207 somehow. Looks like nobody guessed it. Even though once you see it, it looks so simple, right? So I got 12 points for that. So that actually, it's another new personal best now. I made up for that minus 18 because we just got 22 points in the last two puzzles. So plus 4. So I'm 2192. My new all-time high score on tactics. Pretty happy with that. 8 points away from 2200. Yeah. So it's really funny because once you see queen a5, that it looks so simple. It looks like a 1700 rated puzzle, but yeah, it took me like 8 minutes to find it or something like that. I'm not sure how long. Yeah, that's rated 2207. So it's kind of funny how that is hard for a lot of people to find, queen a5. It was easier to find once I saw queen e5. It was the idea of, first of all, moving the queen off of this pin, because that was really limiting. I can't move the knight, you know. So once I saw queen e5, it gave me ideas for a similar type of move where we're attacking two pieces. And that's what this is doing, attacking two pieces, yeah. Actually, the other thing is I did look at this this rook, and I saw that, okay, that's an undefended piece. So, yeah, nothing can be done. So, oddly enough, that's kind of a difficult puzzle. Thank you for the follow, JTTTJ, and hello, Bob Bagoda. I think I've welcomed everybody. Okay, I'm going to try another one. I'm happy, though, by setting a new personal best again today. Oh, twice even, right? So 2192. Try to get the next one right. Then hit 2200 for the first time. That'll be pretty cool. Okay, so minimize chat. Continue training. So next puzzle. If I get this one right, well, it depends how low rated it is. But if I get it right, it'll be a new personal best. Okay, so we are black. White played king b1, moving out of check. We are down 2 pawns. And we have pawns all on one side of the board. Okay. So the problem with playing something like f6 is I think white could take the rook. Yeah, that's the problem, because I can't take the queen because he just takes back. But I'm wondering if there's a Zwischenzug there. So if he takes here, no, I mean, because we need the whole point is to. Yeah, I just don't think that works. I don't think there's like giving a check seems pointless at that point. He just moves back. It seems really pointless. Having the queen control the d1 square could be useful. But that seems a little difficult. We would have to be in one of these squares. And doing so does not threaten anything else. So if we're on one of these squares, we're not threatening anything at the same time. It would just be nice to control this square. We could actually go here immediately, but that is not going to achieve anything after white takes our rook. There's also rook d5, which actually looks pretty good. Okay, so there is a check, but then we just take the queen. So there's really no checks without that there's no safe checks for white. So that's looking by far the best move so far. If white tries to counter, then we simply give a Zwischenzug check first. And then we're going to pick up the queen. So that's not going to fly. That looks winning to me. So what if he tries to counter with something like this? Then I simply take. So I don't see how this is refuted. This just looks winning. Yeah, there's no way that this is... Well, I don't want to say never, but that just looks completely winning. I don't see a refutation. I love that word. Hey, makes me sound smart. Yeah, because what will white do? As I say, if he goes here, I'm just going to, well, if I need to, I just take the queen and then take the knight. But even better would be just a Zwischenzug of check and then take the queen, fall up. And we can't get checked at all. So I don't see how this isn't completely winning. Yeah, I'm going to play it. Yeah. Okay. So now this gets a little interesting because our bishop is under attack. So maybe the first move was supposed to be a freebie, and now we actually have to think. If I go here, I guess it's terrible. Yeah, we can't do that because he just takes. But my idea was that if we defend, or even here, if we somehow defend the bishop, hang on. This is an interesting move, but we could get in trouble after check, go here, check again, and if we want to avoid a draw, if we go here, then, oh no, but then we're going to take here. Oh, hang on. It's a little interesting. I doubt this is the way forward, but I'm just taking, what was I going to look at? What was it? This? This is such a weird move though, because he's just going to defend the knight, right? I shouldn't really bother entertaining that. Let's just keep it simple. Oh, we can almost get a discover, like an X-ray. Doesn't quite work, but yeah. The funny thing is, okay. Well, what about check here? He can't go here because we take, and just because of that, pure and simple. So if he goes here, I don't know about this. I mean, what if he just goes back here? I'm not liking it. What am I missing? I did the hard move, or at least I thought it was a hard move. I thought the first move was going to be the hardest. Maybe we just go straight to... No, that's not going to work. I was going to go straight to threaten the mate right away. So, for example, queen d2, threatening... That's not even threatening. That's not even going to be a mate. Come on. Wow. So the first move was rook d5. That was the simplest move. Now the real difficulty begins. Okay, so what I was looking at before was if we can free up our rook somehow, we can then move our bishop and have our bishop be safe. But if I go here, white can simply take with check and mate in 2. So that doesn't work this way. If I go here, it's going to be mate in 2 again with check. That's the key. He's got to check here first. So check and then checkmate. So that doesn't work. So this is out and this is out. If we take the knight, he's just going to take back. Oh, you know what? I think we've got it is what I looked at before. I think we do get a discovery on the queen. So if we have to take with the queen first, right? And if he takes here, then we go check. That's the key. And once he goes here, then we do a discovery. I'm going to do that. I'll take a look at it again because I don't want to get it wrong, but I think that's the idea. So we go here. If he takes the bishop, if he doesn't take the bishop, we're just up a piece, right? So he takes the bishop. We line up a discovery on the queen, and white has to go either here or here. Either way he goes, let's say he goes here first, we just give a check, and we've got, yeah, I'm going to do this. This looks like it, right? Yeah. Oh, and he just takes. Okay, so figured that one out. I think you guys might have beat me on this one. Let's see. So that's another new personal best. 21.99, not quite 2,200, but it's still a personal best. And I never came close to this high rating.